right, hello, welcome back. We're gonna have a nice strength and align flow today. It's gonna be nice and quite fun. There's no need for equipment, so it's just you and me, and we're gonna go through this together. When you're ready, making sure you have your water bottle ready, we're gonna need it. Can you lay down on your mat? Nice and slowly. We're gonna start warming up first. All right, from here, I just want you to have your arms by the sides of your waist. You're gonna have your legs into the 45-degree angle, your feet heavy on the mat. Can we take a deep inhale through your nose? And when you exhale through your mouth, can you start tucking your tailbone in, starting to find your pelvis coming towards your ribcage, lifting into your hip roll, finding your hip bones in line with your shoulders, in line with your knees. Find the alignment here. Can you start melting yourself all the way back down? Last thing that lands, it's your tailbone. We're gonna do it together again. Can you start finding your hip roll up first? Holding the hip roll, feeling your glutes and hamstrings, and then melting yourself all the way back home. Wonderful. All right. We're gonna add a little bit more into this one in a second. For now, I just want you to feel your movement starting to wake up your body. Definitely keep breathing the whole movement, the whole exercise. Remember, it's an exhale when you lift, an inhale when you hold up, and an exhale when you go back down. All right, we're gonna start adding on a little bit more, nothing too crazy. Can we just lift your arms nice and up? And you're gonna hold those arms nice and extended as you lift and you lower. All right, wonderful. We're gonna start adding a little bit more here. If you feel ready, can you melt yourself back down and hold it? Now from here, you're gonna imagine your arms have straps, like the straps from your reformer. Can you inhale to prepare? You're gonna pull the straps down. Can you exhale and find an up curl up, pulling the straps down towards the mat? Inhale and melt yourself back down. Holding your arms extended up towards the ceiling, can you start finding your hip roll up again? Good. We're gonna do it together again. Can you melt yourself back down? Can you find your arms going down as you find your up curl up? You exhale. Inhale, feel yourself moving all the way back down and lift through your hip roll. Wonderful job. Starting with this nice flow. If you need more support for your neck, place your hands right behind your head. All right, we're gonna add on a little bit more here. Can you find your up curl up? And now, can we extend your right leg as well over the mat? Beautiful. Find your right foot back home, find your arms up, find your hip roll all the way up. Good. Start finding your hamstrings a little bit more. We're gonna do it again. Find your up curl up, extend, foot down, lift through your hip roll. All right, we're almost there. Good. Lengthen, foot down, bring yourself up. All right, can we find the last one here? Find your up curl up. Can you lift, extend, and hold? Good. Can we hold here? Can you let your left leg join your right leg so both legs are extended? Can we hold? Last little challenge. Can you find the palm through your arms? Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, exhale, good, last one, inhale, exhale, and bring yourself all the way back home. Good job. All right, have a nice little side to side. I'm always gonna find a way for you to do 100s. Now from here, we're just gonna be finding your legs back into the mat. Can you place your hands right behind your head? Have your elbows nice and open here. Now, finding your nice and table tucked in, find your imprinted spine. Can you inhale? When you exhale, can you just find your normal up curl? Inhale and melt yourself back down. Good. Exhale and lift. Inhale and lower. Nice job. All right. We're going to start adding on in a little bit. For now, I just want you to feel this movement. Work through your breathing. All right. We're going to come into your roll up now. So, can you melt yourself back down? Can you extend both of your legs nice and along the mat? Squeeze your legs together, point through your toes. Can you lift your arms nice and up towards the ceiling? Now, we're going to do your roll up. If you've never done your roll up, continue with your up curls that we were doing just now. If you do want to try your roll up, extend your arms nice and up. Take a nice inhale through your nose. When you exhale, you're going to start lowering your arms nice and down. Can you start picking up your head, your torso, your lumbar, your lower back, lifting all the way up. Inhale here. When you exhale, start melting yourself all the way back home. Nice and slow. Lengthen your arms by the line of your head. We do it again. Inhale here. When you exhale, start lifting your arms, picking everything up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Inhale here. Exhale and melt yourself all the way back home. Wonderful. Now, if this feels too much, absolutely fine. Just continue with your up curls. All right, we have 2 more here. Exhale and lift. Good. Inhale here. Exhale and melt yourself all the way back down. Good. Can we find a last one? Inhale. When you exhale, start coming all the way up. Nice and slow. Take your time. All right, can we have a little bit of a stretch out here? Wonderful. All right, when we're ready, we're going to be finding yourself into a high kneel position on your mat. Trying to be kind of more in the middle of your mat if you can. You're going to be extending your left leg through the mat. You're going to be placing your hands right behind your head. Elbows are nice and open. Now from here, can you inhale to prepare? When you exhale, we're going to find lateral flexion going towards the right side, lengthening through the left side of your waist. Good. And lift yourself back. Good. Did I say exhale? Sorry. Inhale as you go lower. Exhale as you lift. There we go. Even as instructors, sometimes we mess up the breathing. All right. You want to think you're lengthening through the side of your waist the whole time. So lengthening through your left side of your waist, feeling the movement through your obliques. Beautiful. Adding a little bit more. Can you find the side lateral here? Can you open? Can you close? And can you come back home? We're going to do it together again. Can you find your lateral flexion? Can you open through your arms? Can you bring your arms in? And can you come back home? Good. All right. And side. And open. And in. And come back home. Good. Almost there. Feel the lengthen of your side of legs here. Good job. Last one. Can we go towards the side? And can you open? And close. And open. And close. We're here for 4. Good. Last 3. Good job. Last 2. Ooh, last one. Can you hold it here? For 3. For 2. Good job. Listening carefully here. Can you place your hands down on the mat? Rotating through your right knee. Your left leg stays extended. Wonderful. Good. We're going to continue with the flow here. Finding your hands right underneath your shoulders, your right knee right underneath your right hip, your left leg is extended through the mat. Inhaling to prepare. When you exhale, can you lift your left leg up, squeezing into the left glute and lowering the left leg back down. Pointing through your toes. Extend and lift the left leg and lowering back down. Good, we'll do it again. And can you lift the left leg up and can you lower it back down? Good job. And we lift. And we lower. Nice. You also may start feeling your right glute activating here to stabilize the movement. All right, we're gonna start adding a little bit more movement for your triceps here, for your arms. Can you find your left leg up and hold it for me? Hold it in line with your spine. Now, inhaling to prepare. When you exhale, can you find a tricep push-up? Going down, your elbows are almost in line with your waistline. Can you lift yourself back up as you exhale? Lower the left leg down and lift. And find your tricep push-up. Lift yourself up, lower the left leg down and lift. Good. I want you to think of your body as a seesaw. You're gonna notice as you lower your torso down, your left leg is going higher. As you lift your torso up, your left leg goes in the same line of your body. Good job. If you want to make it a little bit harder, you can bring your shin up with you on your tricep push-up, adding a little bit more pressure through your arms. All right, we're gonna start adding even more through this flow if you want a little bit more. From here, can you lower your left toes down, finding grip through your mat? You're gonna inhale to prepare. When you exhale, can you tuck your right knee in for me, finding connection through your core muscles? Inhale, start melting it back down with control. Lift your left leg up, find your tricep push-up. We do it again. Your left leg goes down, tuck your toes on the mat, lift your right knee up for me. Inhale, down, and tricep push-up. Good job. All right, continue through this movement here. We're gonna add a little bit more in a second. All right, those triceps are getting tired. We're gonna start adding a little bit more work here. The next time you lower your left leg back down, toes on the mat. Can you lift your right knee once again up and hold it? Can you extend that right leg out so you find your single leg pike here? Wonderful. All right, inhale. Can we start melting yourself back home? Right knee on the mat. Lift your left leg up. Good. Find your tricep push-up. All right, we're getting closer to the end of this flow. Can you extend through your right leg? Good. Can you lower your right knee back down? Lift through your left leg. Tricep push-up. Good. This is getting vigor. Beautiful job. Point through your toes. Lengthen through your arms and your legs. Good job. All right. Okay, last one here. Can you bring yourself back home nice and slow? Right knee on the mat, lift through your left leg. And can you lower and lift? And lower and lift. Choose your tricep push-ups here. If you want to make it harder, bring your right shin up. Good. Here for 2. Good. And 1. Good. Can you lift? Good. Can you lower your left leg back down? Can you lift your right leg nice and up and hold it? Can you cross it behind your left leg and up and down and up? We're here for 4. Good. Last 3. Good job. Here for 2. Almost there. Last 1. Lift it up and hold. Bring your right knee back home. Left knee back home. Find a child's pose position. All right. Wonderful, wonderful job. Give those wrists a little bit of a shake out. Give yourself a little bit of a reset. All right. That was intense. When we're ready, we're going to be bringing yourself into a high kneel position. I want your legs to be hip distance apart. I want your arms to be nice and in front of you. From here, you want your hip bones, your knees and your shoulders to be on the same line. Can you inhale to prepare? As you exhale, we're going to start coming into your thigh stretch, feeling your quads here. Can you inhale and hold? Feel your quads, feel your core. Can you exhale and come all the way back home? We're going to do it again. Can you inhale and go back as you exhale? Inhale to hold, Exhale as you come back home. Good, we're gonna do it again. And we inhale to prepare. Exhale and go back. Inhale to hold, feel your quads, and bring yourself back home. Good. Continue here. Now, if you feel that your arms are too much, you can also place your hands on your hip bones to make it a little bit easier. All right. We're gonna start adding a little bit more for your quads. The next time you go back, can you lift your right arm up? Right arm goes down as you come back home. And we go back, left arm comes up, left arm goes down. And again, right arm up, and down, and up, and down. Making sure the movement is not coming from you arcing your back or hinging your hips. The movement is coming from your thighs, from your quads, from your core muscles. Good. All right, last little challenge here. Can we add both arms? So both arms lift up, both arms lower back home. Good. Woo, last 3. So close here. Last 2. Good job. This last one, we're gonna hold it. Last one, can we hold back? And your arms are just gonna go down and up and down and up. We're here for 3. Good. Last 2. Good job. Last 1. Can we lift up and hold for 3? For 2. I'm shaking. Last 1. Bring yourself back down. Good job. Give your quads a few taps. Oh my goodness. All right. We were ready. We're going to be finding that 4-point kneeling position once again. So can you find your 4-point kneeling position here? And can you find now your right leg extended? So your right leg is the one extended. Now, hands again are going to be underneath your shoulders. Your left hip is over your left knee. Your right leg is extended. Can we inhale to prepare? When you exhale, lift your right leg up. Inhale and lower. Exhale and lift. Inhale and lower. Good job. All right, nothing too crazy to start with. Beautiful. All right, you know what's coming. So, can we be a little bit more intentional with the movement now that we already know what's going to happen? All right, right leg is going to come up. Can we start adding your tricep push-ups? And we lower, we lift. Right leg goes down and up. Good. And we lower, we lift. Right leg goes down and up. Good. I just move my hands to be a little bit more forward to make it a little bit more comfortable for me. Good. All right. We can add in that shift, that shin up to add a little bit more pressure through your arms. Good. You're going to feel your left glute burning a little bit more as well. All right. Can we add on to this one? Can you lower your right toes down the next time you come home? And can you lift your left knee up? Can you lower your left knee back home? Lift your right leg and find your tricep push-up. Again. Right leg goes down. Tap your toes on the mat. Hold them. Can you lift your left knee up? Left knee down. Good job. All right. Continue here. We're going to add on a little bit more in a little bit. Whew. It's getting stronger. All right, so strong. Can we add on? Left knee comes up and can you hold it? From here, adding a little bit more. Can you extend the left leg out, opening, good. Can you bring your left knee back home, lower knee down. Right leg comes up and lower. And lift, right leg goes down. Can you find your left knee in, extend. Can you lower it back down with control? Take your time and then find your tricep push-up, good. All right, oof. We're almost there. Really lengthen through your body as you extend that left leg. If extending your left leg feels too scary or too much, you can continue without it. All right, can we find a last one here? The next time that you lower, hold it. And just tricep push-ups. We're here for 4. Good. Last 3. Good job. Here for 2. So close. Last one. Can you lift and hold? Right leg goes down. Can you lift your left knee nice and up? Extend it and hold it. Good. Last little challenge here. Can you cross it behind your right leg? And up. And down. And up. We're here for 5. Good. And 4. Here for 3. Good job. For 2. Good. And 1. Lower knee down with control. Find your right knee back home. Have a child's pose position. Good job. Have a little of a roll through your breast. All right. When you're ready, we're going to be coming nice and up. Can you find yourself up? And find your right leg now extended through the mat. Left knee is going to be on the mat. Trying to be a little bit more towards the middle of your mat. Good. Can we place your hands right behind your head? Elbows nice and open. And you're going to find your lateral flexion and bring yourself back home. Good. And lateral flexion and bring yourself back home. Good. Making sure you're lengthening through your waist. Good. And lengthen. And come back. Good. And inhale. And exhale. Good. Adding a little bit more. Coming towards the side. Can you hold it? Open through your arms. Close. And lift. And open. Good. Close. And lift. Oof. Nice. Lengthening through your waist. All right. Almost there. Good job. Good. Last 2. Nice. Last one. Can we hold and can we open? And close. And open. And close. We're here for 3. Good. Last 2. Good job. Last one. And can we open and hold? We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Bring your right knee back home. Bring yourself back down. Good. Have a little bit of a stretch towards the side. And you can have a little bit of a stretch towards the other side. All right. When we're ready, you're going to be extending those legs through the mat. We're going to continue with your roll-ups here once again. All right. Hands in line with your shoulders. Inhaling to prepare. When you exhale, can you start melting yourself all the way back home, nice and slow, and lengthening your arms through the mat. Inhaling here. When you exhale, can you start rolling all the way back up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Now, if this feels too much, more than welcome to come down on your mat and just do up curls with your feet your legs in a 45-degree angle. Good. We're just gonna do 2 more here. Good job. All right. Can we find a last one? Exhale, breath, lifting through your spine, coming up. Inhale. Start melting yourself all the way back down. Nice and slow. Good job. Lengthen through your arms. When you're ready, can you place your arms by the sides of your waist? Find your legs into a 45-degree angle once again. Beautiful. All right, we're gonna have your feet heavy on the mat. Inhaling to prepare. When you exhale, can you start tucking your tailbone in, fanning your pelvis towards your rib cage, lifting into your hip roll. Inhaling to hold. When you exhale, melt yourself all the way back down. Good. And we start lifting with control. Good job. Feel your hamstrings, feel your glutes, and melt yourself all the way back down, nice and slow. All right, take your time as we lift. Nice. And we lower. All right, can we start adding on? Lift your hands over your shoulders, and can we lift into your hip roll? And can we lower back down? Beautiful. And we lift through your hip roll. And we lower back down. All right. Last little effort of today. Can we lift into your hip roll and hold it? Beautiful. Coming down, we're gonna start adding your up curl. Can you bring yourself back down nice and slow? Find your up curl up. Arms are gonna come by the sides of your hips. Melt yourself back down. Can you lift into your hip roll once again? We're gonna do it again. Can you start melting yourself down with control? Find your hip roll up. Melt yourself down. Come back home. If you feel ready, we're gonna start adding a cheeky little extension of your leg. The next time you find your up curl, can you extend your left leg now? Good. Bring your foot down, melt yourself down, find your hip roll once again. We're doing it again. Can you melt yourself down? Good job. Can you find your hip roll, extend through your left leg, bring your foot down, bring yourself home. Good job. All right, we're almost there for today. And lengthen. Good. And bring it down. And lift. All right. Last two. And lift. Good job. All right. Can we find the last one? Find yourself going back down. Can you find your up curl up? Good. Can you hold it here? Adding on. Can you let your right leg extend as well? Squeeze your legs together. Good. Pumping through those arms. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. And bring yourself back down. Nice and slow. Good job. Wonderful work today. Oh. Beautiful, beautiful work today. I hope you're really proud. It was quite strong on your triceps today, quite strong on your arms and everything all together. We learned your thigh stretch as well. I love a good thigh stretch. I love a good mini hundreds. So we're gonna keep seeing these on our next few workouts. If you enjoyed it, please give some love into that subscribe button, into that like button as well. Thank you so much for moving with me today and have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day.